Hey y'all. I've received a lot of compliments regarding my Black Kids Matter shirt that I generally wear when I go to work. I have lots of variations of that shirt, but the one that boldly just says Black Kids Matter across the front is my favorite and the one that I've received the most compliments about. And while I thoroughly appreciate those compliments, I think that I want to spend a minute discussing the significance behind that shirt. So, here we go. Number one reason why I wear the Black Kids Matter shirt is because Black kids experience a very unique form of racism and oppression, and it's called adultification. So Black kids, when they are seen in the hospital, and this isn't me just making shit up, look it up. There's proof, there's research, there's studies. Healthcare providers are more likely to treat Black kids as if they were older than they actually are, right? So let's say a white doctor is taking care of a 7 year old. They're more likely to treat that 7 year old as if they were a young teenager, okay? And what does that mean? That means that they aren't going to be as empathetic. It means that they aren't going to provide as much comfort and support that is needed at that age because they're seeing that patient as older than they actually are, okay? Um, there's special services that kids are able to be provided with when they're in the hospital called like Child Life. Sometimes they're called something else, but the idea behind it is that there's toys and books and just resources and general support services available to these kids that will make their experience in the hospital better, safer, less traumatic, okay? So, I've actually pulled up an article, and this was written by hala 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 hala. So this is on sagepub.com, and this was written by Amy Koch, DNP, and a few other authors. So, in this article, it states that to reduce the harm of inequalities, injustice, and impacts of racism on Black children in the emergency department, that's where I work, it is essential to use trauma-informed care in all interactions. It is crucial for all employees of the emergency department to understand that adultification is extremely prevalent, hard to recognize, and causes harm to the health of Black children and their families. Without conscious efforts to decrease the pervasiveness and detriment of adultification bias, these repercussions of such racism will continue to perpetuate medical mistrust and negative healthcare experiences by Black children and families. In addition to the issue of adultification of Black children, there's also an issue that weighs sort of heavily on me because of my position in healthcare. Black children and Black families experience disproportionately negative outcomes when it comes to the child welfare system. So, in an article written by the University of Kansas School of Social Services, these authors put together, a really good piece, sort of, you know, describing the disparities between Black and white families when it comes to the child welfare system. So, it said that Black families are less likely to receive family preservation services versus removal of their children into foster care. So, for us lay folks, what that means is a Black family is going through something, a white family is going through something, the Black family reaches out to their, the social services that are provided to them or available to them for help. And instead of receiving help or preservation services to help keep their family together and to repair whatever it is they're going through, they end up just having their kids taken away, right? Whereas the white family, let's say with the same exact issue, reaches out to those same folks, they're more likely to receive the help and services and the resources that they need to keep their family together as a unit. Okay. In addition to being less likely to receive those preservation services, Black people are also less likely to have or to receive reunification. So, Black folks and Black families are less likely to come back together after a child has been put into foster care, whereas white families more often are reunified.